everyone. I wanted to dive in a little bit deeper into my FEEL model. And as you know, FEEL stands for Face Your Fears, Engage with Empathy, Use Ethics and Good Judgment, and Unleash the Love. So I've been on this research journey, talking to millennials every single week, asking them questions about how they want to present themselves, how they show up to conversations, what they expect from leaders all around them, and what helps them in communication. And today, let's take a look at the E in FEEL, which is empathy. So I've learned a lot about empathy, speaking with millennials. And first off, I want to share and make sure that everybody realizes there's a big difference between sympathy and empathy. The word empathy is thrown around a lot, so we want to make a clear distinction. Here's an example of sympathy. So the best one that I can think of is when you're in the supermarket and you see a little toddler crying and they're sad and tears are streaming down his or her face. You don't necessarily know the situation or what's going on. You can't tell what the child is thinking. You don't know what the parent is feeling or what's happened, but you feel sad. So that's sympathy. Now, empathy is when you can actually identify an emotion because you have perspective, because you know and you're privy to the situation. And there's three ways that you can progress along the empathy scale. So first, there's cognitive empathy. And that's when you recognize the emotion, and because you know the situation, you might even change your tone to be able to communicate more effectively with the person that you're speaking with, to be empathetic in the situation. The next level up would be emotional empathy. That's when not only do you understand the perspective, you can actually build rapport and you have an openness with someone because you're at a level of understanding, and your conversation lets them acknowledge that you do understand, and that really builds more of a bond between you. And then the highest level is compassionate empathy. And that's when you move understanding, building rapport into action. So let me give you an example. Let's say you know that a colleague is going to give a presentation, right, at your office. And your colleague has been working really hard on the presentation, preparing, and even tossing around a few ideas here and there with you, so you're on the inside. It comes to the day when they're presenting, and they give the presentation, and it gets to the Q&A part, and things start really falling apart. And when all is said and done, your colleague is really upset. And you, being on the inside and knowing how much and how hard they've worked on the presentation, you have empathy. You're on the inside. And when you take the time to actually give guidance, so not only understand, but take action and give guidance to help your professional peer for the next time around, or work with them on action steps to make things better, that's a really high level of empathy. So now, if you would, step back and say to yourself, in certain situations, with colleagues, with people that you're talking to, through different communication channels, are you being sympathetic? Are you being empathetic? And what level of empathy are you reaching? I want to thank you for letting me share my thoughts around FEEL, which is a communications approach. And let me know if you have any questions about the E in FEEL, the empathy part. You can find me on Twitter, tweet me. I'm at Dee Breckenridge. I'm on LinkedIn. If you want, you can email me. I'm Deirdre at pureperformancecom with 2Ms.com. Thank you.